Beyonce says, when you love and accept yourself, when you know who really cares about you, and when you learn from your mistakes, then you stop caring about what people who don't know you think. Certainly, Beyonce has a very different perspective on life than most of us. She's living very large and I hope enjoying her life immensely. And yet, she too has her ups and downs, and I imagine there are parts of her life that give her some issues and difficulties, and she too, like you and me, has to accept all the various parts of her life. And I sort of learned about this the hard way because I had a friend whose wife got sick and had to go to the hospital. And I called him up and said, if there's anything I can do, just let me know. And she was in the hospital a few days, and I called back after a couple of days and said, how's she doing? And is anything you need, let me know. And he was very kind to me and said, no, don't worry about it. And then uh, about a week later, I got back in touch with him, and he told me he'd been thinking about our dialogue and decided that I wasn't really a friend of his. I was more of an acquaintance. And he said his friends didn't just talk the talk, but they walked the walk. They brought food over to his house. They helped him in ways sort of above and beyond my just talking the good talk. And he said I was no longer a friend. I was an acquaintance. And it caused me some pain, still does upset me. And yet I realized he was right. I wasn't measuring up to his criteria of what a friend is. And it got me to look at what my own other friendships were and how I was and wasn't behaving in those. And it helped me up my game, I like to think. And I realized that Beyonce says, I don't know if that was a mistake, but I learned from it. And I think in terms of loving and accepting yourself, you need to face who you are, who you're not, and be true to you. And if there are aspects of how you conduct your life that you're not happy with, then you need to focus on what you can do to make yourself feel better about you. Good luck.